What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips where you already know we gets it in, right? In a menudo style direct fashion, we're going to get straight into the content of the day. But before we do, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content that I am kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support. We're going is up, right? We're going up, man. That's a fact. Now, there's a question that's been asked to me many times, and I never really put the situation out there, never dwelled on it, because to me, guard, shut up. Pussy is pussy, right? And hey, close your ears if you don't like it, but this is facts, right? It's all the same to me. You know, I don't think it's different because of geography. I don't think geography has anything to do with it, right? To be actual and factual, being around the world, and I've tasted a little bit of everything, and I can tell you right now, the only difference is hygiene. Spencer. That's just the way it is. Now, as you see that thumbnail right there, you think to yourself, man, what it would be like to have one and then the other, or maybe double up, right? I've had both simultaneously, every different which way you can think about it, man. The gun has done his thing, right? I've lived my life to the fullest. I'm about to be 46 years old, so you understand the feeling when I say, man, I've lived and I've let go of a lot of shit, right? But one thing I will say for sure is, what is the difference between a Norteña and a Sureña and how they wiggle, and who do I prefer? Who would I like to be around? Who would I want to be in a relationship with? You know, who makes my boat float? Who really gets me going? So I'm going to tell you a couple stories, man, and let you be the judge of that. And then at the end, I'll give you my answer since people are so graciously waiting on it. Trip out. So I've been with a lot of girls that say they were Norteñas. Now, the true meaning of the word Norteña, there is no word in existence. It's not true. There's only Norteño and the chicks that kick it with them, right? They can wear all the red they want, red paños they want, represent the barrio, the hood, the gang, the cause. Whatever they say, whatever cometh out of their mouth, they speak it and it comes from their heart. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean shit, because really in real life, they're not recognized as part of the Norteño movement other than to be utilized for certain wiggles in certain ways, right? But I've had a lot of homegirls that were down, and I've told stories about it. You know, some that I respect more so than the soldados, than the homies. That's just the way it was, man. Anyone who will give you a pad to sleep, you know, will tuck the gun, will hide with you, will hide you from the authorities, anything like that. So I was kidding. They got my utmost respect. It beats waiting on the homeboy to send you 10 bolas in the county jail that never comes, right? So at the end of the day, a lot of these women deserve the utmost respect, not because of the sex, that happens, right? But more so because of the comida they cook. You know, the blanket they put on you when you're sleeping, when you haven't slept for 3 days. All them different situations is what gives them the respect that they got. They've earned it, right? I've been with a lot of girls who call themselves Norteñas from Northern California. And I'll tell you right now, man, some relationships were great. Some were greater. Some were, I'll see you later, alligator, right? Some were like, fuck that, homie, I can't wiggle that way. I've tried that, I've done that, and it's a sticky situation. Let me tell you a story about how one day, yes, within a 24-hour period, I did the North and South thing. Talk about end the hostilities, talk about unity, homes. I'm going to tell you, real unity. And in that fashion, right? So I had this chick that I was with. She was from San Jose, and she was in the mix, man. She was in the mix. She liked everything Northern. Right? These were the guys that she wiggled with. She was always around gang members. She was always in the mix. She was a homegirl the homeboys knew they could depend on. And I knocked her, man. I knocked her about the club. And then I knocked the boots like an H-Town song, right? And so she was hooked. I'm going to keep it real, man. At first, I was kind of like, it is what it is. You know, I got her. You know what? Hey, the whole thing with the man is the thrill of the hunt. You know? The thrill of the hunt. But once we got him, it's like, fuck, the fish ain't really that big. Throw it back, right? So in the immediate, I was trying to throw her back in the beginning. And then I started to realize I was working with the gold mine. Not only was she paying what she was weighing, because she was a little torta, but at the same time, this chick had a nice pad. I could utilize it for a lot of different things, and I was a dog. I was scandalous in my ways of thinking. I was an active gang member. My whole life was wrapped around the Norteño cause. I didn't care about what a woman was going through, if it hurt her heart. None of that mattered to me, right? But you know, I liked the way she looked from time to time. I liked the way she wiggled. So eventually, man, I'm not going to lie, the L word came into play. I started to fall in love with her, or maybe lust. I don't know what it was. She sure gave a good mom one, but at the same time, I was in, right? So everybody knew that this was my chick, and we went through our ups and downs. We'd argue a lot because I constantly, chose to be with other women, right? But at the same time, she still stuck with me through thick and thin, and I highly appreciate that. That's one thing about that Nortena right there, was that she put up with a lot of my bullshit. And hey, I forever apologize, but it is what it is. She's moved on in life. I moved on in life. We had a couple connections later on in life while she was supposedly moved on, but her husband doesn't need to know that. Okay, no? Anyways, so trip out. So we're living together, we're doing our thing, and prior to me living there, she had a roommate. And she, for some reason, every time this chick's name came up, she just hated this chick. Something happened there. I think so. It was some man problems. I think before I came into the picture, there was guys involved, and I didn't know how her homegirl looked. I didn't know how her friend looked. So, there was always that, haterism. And one thing about women is they fucking are always in competition. You notice the pretty girls never have pretty friends. The pretty girls always have ugly friends so that the light shines on them more so, right? That's just what it is. Everybody knows the game. See, men, we don't do that, man. Oh, well, hey, the homeboy fucking, you think he looks cool, whatever, right? It's all game and linguistics. It's all spectacular vernacular with ours, right? Of course, a mugre ain't gonna get nothing, but that's just how the homeboys have to roll sometimes. So anyways, this chick was very, very beautiful. I ain't gonna lie. But the way she talked about her friend, it only made me wonder, and think. I ain't gonna lie, I dreamed a couple times what it would be like, right? Nights like this, I wish her homegirl would call, right? There was times when we were arguing, I was on the couch thinking, damn, did she sit on this couch, right? It was weird, right? But it was what it was. It's facts. So anyways, she would mention her from time to time, and I was intrigued. My ears were on alert. My antennas were going. But I never got to meet her. So one time we're at the homegirls pad, we're all kicking it. And the one thing about my chick is she couldn't handle her liquor, right? She used to get fucked up and faded. And I'd send her home. Cold motherfucker, drunk driving. Yes, I know. I was an asshole. Go home. You're too drunk to drive, but, you could do it as long as I'm not in the car, right? And I was cool, right? So anyways, I sent her home this particular night, and this was the after party of the after party. We would take it from the club to an after spot, and then of course always end up at the homegirls and kick it. I've told many stories about ending up on the homegirls couch, Vortex, all that. I've told them stories. Refer to my catalog and you'll see, man, the gun has told everything. But so this chick went home that night. So the homegirl was like, hey, there's some more chicks coming through. You know what it is. My homegirl was bros before hoes. Even though these were her bestest friends, even though these were the girls that whenever she fucking had a miscarriage, she went and cried on their doorstep, right? Even though she was at my pad for breakfast all the time with my fucking chick, still, she looked out for the homies. I can't be mad at that. Now, that's a whole different fucking type of chick right there, right? That's more like a homie because you know me. So, she's like, hey, some homegirls are coming through. One of them is fucking your chick's old roommate. I said, oh, is she now, right? So as these chicks started to come in, I'm not going to lie. I've always gravitated towards chicks with neck tattoos all over their body. I just liked it. That's not the only type of chicks that I like, but let's just say that was my preference. That's what I was into at that particular time because I was all thugged out, gangbanged out, acted out. So I wanted that look. I don't know. That's just what I was physically attracted to. The chicks that were all tatted down, you know what I mean? Fucking trust no bitch on their neck. Yeah, exactly. Let's go. So this chick walks in and right from the gate, she has a big old LA tattooed on her neck. Ooh wee. I'm not going to lie. As a guy from Northern California, I was trying to be up in it. Go up in it. Throw it up while I'm in it, right? I was trying to do all that. So I see her. I'm like, damn, who's that? And they're like, oh, that's your that's your girl's fucking ex-roommate. I slide up on her like motherfucking the Grinch, right? He's a slick one, Mr. Grinch. I'm like, what's up, girl? So we start chopping game. She's feeling it, right? You can feel the vibe. So quietly as it's kept, boom, double up, right? Hit the Heisman on her. We primetime Dion. We went in the room, man, and we did extracurricular activity. We did yoga, right? We did yoga. She showed me yoga. Now, this chick was different. Prior to this point, I had never been with the chick from LA, down south, the Surenas, none of that. This chick had the blue paño in her hair, the LA. Why she was willing to come into this party? We didn't trip off chicks like that. I mean, some homeboys did. Don't get it twisted. They'll fuck around and bomb on a chick, man. It wasn't condoned, and he would get DP'd for that. But some of the homies didn't give a fuck. They were gang banged out like that. Me, nah. They have more to give rather than to get, right? So she came in all Sureña out, and I was physically attracted. I was like, damn. So we're chopping game. We go in the room. We do our thing. We do what the monks could only say is extreme yoga, right? So as we're handling our business, she starts to tell me that my chick, which is her friend, had a fucking dude at the time. The dude wanted her, and I could see why, right? And but they were both fine, but don't get it twisted. But this chick just was, I don't know, she was different. I'm explaining exactly how different she was. And that they got in an argument over it because she fucked with him. And that was that, right? You know how girls are, man. I didn't fuck with him, you fucked with him. Okay, I fucked with him too. And then that was it. So I'm like, whatever. As I'm in it, I'm just like, okay, what's the next position? You know what I mean? Do you put your arm right here and your leg back there? Right? So are you double jointed? Because if not, you sure the fuck are after this one. Doing my thing. And this chick was different. Spit in my face. Socked me on my side. Shit that I had never done before. I said, damn, I love LA, right? Fuck, hey, I'm gonna go get me a Dodger fucking jersey as soon as I'm done here. I think that was the day I became a Lakers fan. True story, man. I was like, fuck, hey, this chick is with the program. She was with the business. Jump me in, right? I was like, damn, la primera vez. I was on it. So anyways, bam, that was that. Trip out. She was like, hey, give me a ride to the pad. So I'm like, all right, yeah, I got you. I tell the homeboy, this chick right here is so scared. I was doing sign language and speaking in Nahuatl, right? This fucking chick right here is with it, homie. Backwa, right? And so a couple of the homies started spitting, in her earlobe and whatever. One of the homeboys, Boste, he took her to the room and they also did yoga, right? He learned the great martial arts that night. So I dropped this chick off. Her mom comes out. Now, I've never been into moms, right? Now, I ain't gonna lie, man. I told a story the other day about the homeboy Santi's mom. Pensan la tira. Santi actually reached out to me. Was like, damn, that's fucked up. I never knew. Yeah, you did, homie. Yeah, you did. You smelt it. So look, anyways, as we pull up to her pad, beat up old pad too. I already knew she was a Surena because that motherfucking house had more roaches than whatever it be. And I'm not saying all Surenas live like that. I'm just saying this particular one, she was an upstater, did. Not an upstater in real life. She actually was from down south, but she upstated it, right? So I'm looking in the ghetto like, fuck, hey, this is even worse than the Norteño hood, right? And her mom comes out. Stunning. Spectacular, right? I see her, I'm like, oh shit, who's that, your canala? She's like, nah, that's my jefita. I said, damn. Tell her I said, what's up? I'm a cold motherfucker, right? Meanwhile, my old lady's throwing up in the toilet at home. I done boned her ex-roommate, and now I'm trying to see what the moms be like. You know what I mean? Let's just say I had plenty of yoga positions left in me. And so the mom's like, hey, what's up? And she was like, shit, ever had a threesome? She didn't say it, but I thought she said it, right? And I was like, hey, we should kick it, right? Anyways, that didn't happen. The moms was down. Don't get it twisted. She was like, damn, who are them young, sexy guys in there? The homeboy was like, hook it up. I was like, fool, you can have her, I'll have her. And then with twins, you ever heard of Twister, right? And that was that. It didn't work out. So anyways, we bounced. I get home, boom, I'm with the homegirl or my lady, and she's despicable at this point, right? At this point, can I spit on your face? No, why? What is that, right? I said, hey, you chicks in Northern California, you guys just ain't with the program, right? Look, all women are different. It doesn't matter if you're from North or South or none of that matters, right? I had one homeboy that used, and before I end the story, because I said I did everything within 24 hours, we did yoga also. As soon as she was done throwing up, I cleaned her up in yoga time. So anyways, she never found out about her friend, and I never told her. If she ever watches this video, she's my ex of X. There's already like 30 X's after. But if she happens to view this video, dispensan la tira? You know what? She was the A. As soon as I got locked up, she had pipa. As soon as I got locked up. You think the homies weren't writing me? One homeboy in particular wrote me one time and he's like, hey, guess what? Your old lady, yeah, she's with the homeboy now. Bam! That was it. I said, well, I know then I tried to be a cool guy. Yeah, I know. I told her to move on, man, because I don't want all the stress and shit. You know what I mean? He was like, there's no way because the time doesn't, you know what I mean? I wrote you as soon as you got locked up. You know what I mean? So this happened, like she was boning to do like 3 hours after while you were calling. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, no wonder it sounded funny in there, right? I could almost smell it through the phone. Bam! Yoga. You know what I mean? One of the little homies swooped in quick. Dirtbag in the game. Violated the bonds. Bond number 4. You shan't fuck with anyone's fucking family members, or their old ladies. To disrespect the ruka would be dealt with serious repercussions. He didn't give a fuck. He was young. He wasn't committed. He was just a northerner. Fuck it. Mi vida loca. He did his fucking, his mousy and his shy girl thing. So anyways, I'm chilling. And The homeboy fucking tells me whatever. And needless to say, that was it, man. I told the chick to fucking break off and get on. And she did what she was supposed to do. So my thing is this. When people ask me about Nortenas and Surenas, who do you prefer? There is definitely two different estilos. There's definitely two different flavors in that water. Two different Kool-Aids mixed. The girls from up north, there are some gangster ass girls, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. They're fucking with the program. I think you adapt to your environment. It doesn't matter. It's just all about attitude. It isn't about geography. I said it before. But to be totally fucking really real life honest with you, I know you guys are gonna say something bad, but I don't give a fuck, right? I like Surenas. And the reason I do is like a homie told me a long time ago, Sasuke, they're down, eh? You know what I mean? They're just different. They're more aggressive. I like that shit. I like a chick that ain't there to fucking sit there and bullshit and run game and want you to bring her flowers and all that. Chale, homes. Bring her a Jamaica from the taco truck and a burrito and she's ready. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. A chick that's been in the hood that is a have-not because I have a lot and I'm going to get, you know what I mean? So there we go. We're puzzle pieces. North, South, connection, unity, and that's real. So anyways, trip out. I had a homeboy that only liked girls from down south. And I used to trip on why he would wig all the time. Hey, fool, I'm going to go over here to Ventura. Or, hey, fool, I'm going to go over here to fucking Bakersfield. Or, hey, fool, I'm going to go to Puente. I said, why? I got a chick down there, right? And I was like, damn, bro, shit, I got chicks in San Juan, Modesto, fool. I used to be on some gay shit. Yeah, fool. He's like, shit. You don't know, Puente hits different. That's it, right? And bam, he be gone. Until I actually ran into a chick from Oxnard. I've told the story on it, right? And yeah, I understood then. Then my eyes were open, right? So when it comes to Norteñas and Sureñas and the differences and who's more gangster and who's prettier and who has the better chicks and all that, they're all the same, man. Women are women. It all depends on timing and who likes you and who you like. That's it. Facts. But my preference, it's just me, I like everything from Bakersfield on back. And that's just me. Benza. That's just real. Anyways, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the content today. Kind of like a bedtime story, but not, but it really is. I will say that chick, the one from Los, she ended up moving out of town, man. A whole bunch of homegirls she may burn too many bridges. She burnt every guy in the hood. Like every Norteña was mad, right? They were like, damn, man, they weren't even gangbanging at this point. They were just like mad, right? She ended up rolling it up and piecing up out of the city, right? She moved. And I remember years later, I seen her jefita at the store and now her fucking face dropped, right? And I was just like, are you the same? Yeah. She was like, hey, what's up? I said, nothing, right? And I bounced. I'll see you later. Hey, great shopping at the canned food store. And that was that. Anyways, with that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose, get everything that you want coming. And remember, at the end of the day, it's all about preference, man. All women are beautiful creatures. All women are to be respected. I tell these stories not to clown on them or belittle their contribution to what they contributed to. But yoga was great. And I encourage anyone who's in their basement right now who fucking got tissue and lotion right there to disregard that shit, Holmes, and go out there and live your life, eh? There's a torta right now waiting for you somewhere. She's probably at a taco truck, a local Burger King, or even a Circle K. Go handle your business, eh? It ain't that hard. Just pull up, get a little trim, to shave up, pull up and say hello. You never know what you're going to do. You never know how you're going to win. Sasuke, I won the other day. It was a 2-on-1 thing. I'm telling you right now, the winner was me. You know what I mean? By this time, I should be the yoga grandmaster. It should be Richard Simmons, LeVar Burton, and the gun. And them two jotos could have each other. And I'll just be like this. Bang, bang. With that being said, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive for what I believe in, and that's bringing you guys the best possible content I can. Bring a little laugh. Ain't nothing wrong with a little smile, man. This is the gun. Got the game going wild. Bang, bang.